I hear sometimes, hopefully not a lot, but I hear sometimes, Rob, my book isn't bringing enough clients to me, or my book isn't selling, or something as related to why isn't my book doing all the things for me I want it to do, right? I try to make it clear. I hope today makes it more clear than ever that your book is not like a magic bean like Jack planted in the back of his house that grew the beanstalk, right? It's not something that you plant in the ground and forget about and hope that it provides you with all that it is that you want. It's something that you need to use and something that you need to install into your business in every which way possible. When you do that, it can supercharge your offers, your business. It can supercharge its own sales and the opportunities that people will have to buy it. But you have to take action. So as I was thinking about this today and yesterday, I started making a list of all the things, and I'm sure we left some things out. There's actually 19 things on this list, but I've grouped some of them together. And so I have a list of 14 things that we do at Bestseller Publishing every single week to use my books, to attract clients, to sell my books, then sell our courses and our products, our software, manuscriptor, our high ticket offers, etc., etc. So I'm going to go through each and every one of these with you. I'll give you a little bit of a description, although some of them will be quite self-explanatory. And as I go through this, if you are in the place where you have a business, you have a high ticket offer, and you want your book to drive more opportunities, leads, and clients back to your business, then I want you to ask yourself, am I doing this? Am I doing this? Am I doing this? I'm not expecting you to do all of this because I've been at it for a long time and I've added these things at different times. Even if all you're trying to do is sell your book. Let's say you don't have a course. Let's say that you don't have a coaching program. Let's say that you don't have a high ticket offer, which over and over and over again, I try to get you to do. But let's say that you don't have any of that. You just have a book and you want to sell your book. Great. Are you doing any of these things to sell even your book? So let's dive in. I like to say, and I will start by saying this, if you're not making money, if you're not making enough money, if you're not making the money that you want, it's because, very simply, it's because you are not making enough offers into the marketplace. If you want to make more money, you need to make more offers for people to be able to buy things from you into the marketplace. Right now, if people aren't buying anything from you, there's one of four reasons. And the number one reason is in 99.9% of the cases, what's true for you. And that is they don't even know that you exist. Your potential clients don't even know that you exist. You've got to get in front of them. And the way that you get in front of them is by making more offers. I've been at this game for a long time. And every now and then I will still come across somebody that's been my friend on Facebook for years. And I'll talk about a book funnel, or I'll talk about a client that got media and PR, or I'll talk about helping someone become a bestseller, and someone will comment, "Wow, Rob, I didn't know you did that." And I'm like, oh my gosh, I am ashamed of myself that they don't know that I did that, because that's like the very reason for my social media or email list or fill in the blank business to exist. So here are 14 grouped things that I and my team at Bestseller Publishing do every single week to ensure that we are making enough money by making enough offers. Number one, and you've heard many of these things, so book funnels. We have, number one, first and foremost, publish, promote, profit book funnel. I offer the book for $7.95. I then offer multiple upsells. You can get the Kickstarter program for $27. You can get the audiobook and the 6 courses for $47. You can get BSP University for $297. And then at the end of all that, if they just buy the book or if they buy everything, we say, hey, would you like a coaching call? Watch this video, sign up for a coaching call, and they get on with one of our coaches that more than likely If you're a done-for-you client, a ghostwriting client, a book launch client, or any of those, you have spoken to those people. Now, how do we do that? How do we offer my book funnel? Well, we offer my book funnel with paid advertising. Yes, we use Facebook and Instagram to put our books, my books, in front of our potential clients via paid ads. But that's not the only way. Also, every email that I send out, there's a super signature in the email, and that is the very bottom of the email. It says something like, I can't remember exactly, but something like, here are 4 more ways that I can help you. Way number 1, have you purchased a copy of my bestseller, Publish, Promote, Profit? It's sold over 100,000 copies. I will give it to you for free. Just pay shipping. Click here. So I'll have 4 different things that people can buy in my email super signature. Do you know that every single time I send an email out, that might have absolutely nothing at all to do with selling my book? People buy my book. Why? Because they might not be interested in what I'm talking about in the email, and they scroll down to the bottom and then they see Publish, Promote, Profit, and they're like, that's what I want. And then C, ABC, 3 ways. I sell my book every day on Amazon. In the last 3 months, I just did a search. In the last 3 months, Publish, Promote, Profit, and Write with AI have sold 2,000 copies on Amazon, these 2. Pretty proud of that. That's pretty cool. And what's most important is that all of those people that are buying those copies are going to links, are seeing my additional offers, are taking next steps, etc. So, number 1, Publish, Promote, Profit every day via paid ads, my email super signature, and via Amazon. Number 2, book funnel number 2, Write with AI. I do not write a book without creating a book funnel associated with it. So Write with AI, this is offered for $4.95 because right now I'm not sending the physical version out. I'm just giving people an opportunity to buy the ebook. So it's $4.95. Then I have a number of upsells, just like I do with Publish, Promote, Profit. Then it goes to an auto webinar to offer our manuscriptor and bundle package for $1,497. So I run that in the same ways that I run my Publish, Promote, Profit book funnel. I use paid advertising. I have it in my email super signature as well. And Amazon is selling my book. In fact, it's been on the bestseller list since I launched it now 8 or 9 months ago. It's a hot topic. Writing with AI is a hot topic, and the book has done very, very well. So those are 2 things, but really they're one, right? That's using a book in some way, shape, or form in conjunction with a book funnel to drive people back to my business for coaching calls or for a higher ticket offer. Okay, why does this work? You know why it works. Books build trust and authority, but they only make you the most amount of money if you use them as a lead generation tool and source. Now, I know some of you are just selling your book. Fine. Do you have a book funnel where you're trying to sell your book? If you don't have a way that people can buy your book, not just on Amazon, but via your email super signature, via some type of website that you've installed where people can buy it directly from you, then you're making a mistake. You should have that as an opportunity for people. That's 1. That's 2. Publish, Promote, Profit, Write with AI. That happens every single day of every single year. It happens via those 3 ways: paid ads, email super signature, Amazon. All right, number 3, LinkedIn cold outreach. So I have a team that I pay a small amount of money, not very much, $297 a month. And what they do is they exclusively look for people in the financial advice space, and they use my LinkedIn profile, which is pretty optimized pretty well with approaching 17,000 connections on LinkedIn. And they do direct cold outreach to people that are financial advisors, and they try to connect me with those financial advisors. For only $297 a month, I get, I think it's something like 20 connection requests a day, something like that. I don't even know how this, all the details of how this works because I'm uninvolved. I pay a company to do all of this, and we have generated 6-figure book deals from LinkedIn cold outreach, okay? Meaning an individual, one person that we found via LinkedIn cold outreach has paid me over $100,000 to do all the things that I did for him and his book. Okay. So we don't get clients every single day, every single week, every single year from LinkedIn cold outreach. Doesn't happen like that. But guess what? We'll land a pretty big fish every now and again from LinkedIn cold outreach. It's not something that I rely on 100%. It's only $297 a month that I pay, but I know I can count on landing a really great client maybe 3 times a year or 4 times a year. So I have a team that does LinkedIn cold outreach for me every single day. Number 4, this is newer. I do a LinkedIn organic content article, and I'm trying to do it every single day. And in fact, for the last couple of weeks, I've created a LinkedIn organic content article every single day for about the last 7 days or so. I'm trying to create more organic content via writing. That's become something that's been more important to me lately. We'll see. I want to do this for 3 months, 6 months, a year, and really see if I can use LinkedIn. I'm not going to do this with every platform. I do it a little bit with Facebook. I'll talk about that in a second. I do it a little bit with X as well, but LinkedIn is a primary source for me. It doesn't take me very long to create the article. Why? Because I have a lot of other content that I can draw from. So I can basically use Manuscriptor. I can throw in a 10-minute video that I did, and then Manuscriptor can help me to write the article from that 10-minute video that I did. So I do a LinkedIn organic content article, and I'm trying to do that every day, but I at least do it several times per month. This next section is going to be a lot of organic stuff. By the way, this is something that doesn't need to cost you any money. It's just a little bit of time for you to be posting, for you to be reaching out to people organically. That was number 4. Number 5 is I have a podcast that's on Buzzsprout. I pay Buzzsprout, which is a podcast platform, like $30 a month, something like that. And I take video content that I use. I strip the audio from that video content after it's edited. I create an intro every single time. The same intro is used, same outro that's used, and I throw that up on Buzzsprout. I have gotten clients that have paid me $20,000 and up simply because they found my podcast, they listened to several episodes, and they felt like my company was a good company to help them get their book done. So it's not something that is my primary resource because I'm not doing a podcast episode every week, although I'm trying to do 4 per month, and I have probably 180 episodes up, something like that, for my podcast. So that's something that I do on a regular basis. I take video, I strip the audio out, I put it on the podcast, and there's always an offer to connect with me. Maybe it's an offer for my free book. Go to my book funnel, publishproprofit.com, or some other type of offer from the podcast itself. Number 6, we create shorts and reels from every video that we do. So when we create a long form video, this very video that I'm creating right now will be cut up and will be used for shorts and reels. I'm giving you 14 things. Guess what? That's 14 different shorts and reels that we can cut out of this long form video that can then be put on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So I have a team that does all of that for me, cuts it all up, makes the thumbnail, and posts it. Now, again, is that something that is a primary resource, a primary way that we're getting applications? No, but I have clients that have directly reached out to me because they saw a reel, because they saw a video. In fact, I just responded to someone today that responded on a long form video that I did, and that person has 795,000 YouTube subscribers. And I was like, man, I sure hope you have a book, because you could be selling the heck out of your book with 795,000 YouTube subscribers. Anyway, I don't know if it'll go anywhere, but it potentially could. And I didn't even know who this person was, but they watched my stuff and they reached out to me. So got to do something, right? We're making offers all the time. We're putting ourselves out in front of the world. So shorts and reels cut from every long form piece of video content. Number 7 is I am posting on X. I have about 7,000 or 8,000 followers, but honestly, they have been orphaned for a decade. I have posted very little on what used to be called Twitter and now X. However, because I'm creating LinkedIn content, it's not very difficult at all for me to throw my LinkedIn post into ChatGPT and say, take this LinkedIn post and from it create as many what do they call X.com tweets? I guess it used to be called tweets. I don't know what it's called now, but create as many tweets as possible from this article. So I have all of that content that I can then throw in the Twitter. So has anything happened from it recently? No, it's brand new. I don't know what will happen, but it isn't difficult for me to do because I'm using other content and I'm repurposing it for X. It's a good platform. It's a platform that's getting a lot of attention. Number 8, Facebook organic. Same exact thing as with LinkedIn. If I'm already creating the LinkedIn article, then why not take that article, make a few adjustments to it, and put it on Facebook as well as an organic piece of content. A lot of what I do on Facebook is very personal. It's my personal page. However, I have 8,000 followers on my main personal profile with Facebook, and a lot of those people are from my business connections and people that have followed me. Why not give them some of the same opportunities to hear some of the things that I'm teaching on LinkedIn as well? So I'm simply repurposing that article that I've written back on Facebook as well. Number 9, paid advertising to strategy session applications. By the way, the 3 through 8 was all kind of the bunched organic. Number 9 is more about paid advertising. Many of you guys know we spent with Facebook probably $2.5 million of my personal money over the last, I don't know how many years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, however long it has been. We probably averaged $30,000 to $50,000 a month. I'm not suggesting that you do that, but guess what? We started with just a small budget, a few $100. We tested, it worked. We added to that budget. We tested, it worked. We added to that budget. You can do that. You can build from there. You don't need to start thinking about big numbers. But the exciting thing is, if you can spend a lot of money, it probably means that you're making a great return on investment. I'm spending that money not because I'm interested in supporting Mark Zuckerberg. I'm interested in supporting myself and my family and my wife and my children, right? And if Facebook can help me to do that with paid advertising, then you better believe that I'm going to invest in it. So we run ads not just to my book funnels, but we run ads directly to application. So the ad will have something about publishing a book, launching a book to bestseller, helping you get on TV and media, etc. with your book. It'll go to filling out an application, which then goes to a call with our sales team. So paid advertising to that. Why do these things work? Well, with LinkedIn or with Facebook, if I'm doing direct outreach or a team is doing direct outreach, guess what? If someone engages in a conversation with me, that's the only time that I need to be involved. If they're not interested, if they don't respond at all, then the team takes care of that. So what am I doing? I am simply involved in the people that say, yes, I'm interested, Rob. I'd like to know more. And all I have to do then is make a few comments, send a link. Hey, watch this video. Here are some case studies. Let me know if you would like to talk more. The one negative with doing direct outreach that I don't particularly like, but it's still worth it to do. But the one negative is I'm going to these people rather than these people coming to me. And what that means is that the frame is incorrect, right? I want to be framed in a certain way where people are chasing me. They're chasing what we can do to help them. That's what a book does. It positions you as the hunted. You're being hunted because of your expertise, because of your book. When you're doing direct outreach on LinkedIn or another platform, you're now in the hunting mode. And I don't like that. However, you can very quickly transfer that from hunted to hunter by giving them content. You can give a copy of your ebook to them. You can even, if they're a great client, you can even, what we do many times when we have someone that's the perfect client, but the frame isn't right, we'll spend $7.95 and ship them a copy of the book for free. So it sits on their desk until they're ready to make that decision and realize that we're the company for them. So the frame isn't great, but fast conversations can then be reframed and you can help those people to see you as the expert that you are. As well, organic content obviously builds credibility and helps warm up people. When they find your book on Amazon or where they find your book somewhere else, they're going to do a Google search about you. They're going to look at your social media. They're going to look at what information you're putting out. Have some decent stuff out there. Omnipresence, right? If you're on Facebook, you're on LinkedIn, you're on X, right? You're on these different platforms because you're repurposing content will build trust. People will see, okay, this is who they say they are. Okay, that's the first 9. Number 10, every single week I do a Write with AI workshop with an affiliate partner. That's how many of you, not all, but that's how a number of you were introduced to me. Maybe you were introduced to me because Molly Mahoney did a workshop with me. I love Molly. It was fantastic. These are people that I care about. Or maybe it was Peter Sage or somebody else recently, or it could be a Rich Sefrin, or it could be a Russell Brunson or whoever. But every single week, probably 48 out of the last 52 weeks, I have done a live workshop that takes about 2 to 2.5 hours on Thursday at noon Eastern. So I have my calendar blocked off. Thursday at noon Eastern, I have 11 to 12 that's blocked off as prep time, and then noon to about 3 o'clock is blocked off because I'm going to do a live presentation. I'm going to get in front of 50, 100, sometimes 300 people, and I'm going to sing and dance and share my story and do my thing and make an offer, and a percentage of those people are going to become clients. I do it every week, and I have a team member that sets these up for me. Her name is Michelle, and what Michelle does is she goes out and she says, hey, Rob would love to do a workshop to your audience. Your audience is perfect for Rob, and she gets it all set up. She gets all the emails that need to go out. She takes care of all of that. So every single week, I am doing a live presentation right here, just like I am to you, but I'm doing it with 150 PowerPoint slides and taking 2.5 hours, and it's exhausting, but it always means tens of thousands of dollars of new clients, wonderful people that I love and that I can serve. Besides that, that's number 10. Number 11, I do a monthly publish, promote, profit workshop where I make a high ticket offer. So once a month, I will do a workshop and I will make a high ticket offer, $9,000 to about $20,000. I'll give the price point, I'll give all the details of it. And if anybody wants to talk to a member of our team, they have to give us a $997 deposit just to have a conversation with us. You may say, well, that's ridiculous. Why would someone give you $1,000 to talk? Because I've just spent 2.5 hours with them and I shared exactly what the offer is. They know the price point, they know the details. It's a great offer. And then they can decide at that point whether or not they're interested. They might have additional questions, but I always say, look, we always have 1,000 to 1,500 people registered for this. And so I let them know we're just looking for 10 new clients from this, 5, 7, 10, 15, something like that. And we always get that number of clients. So every one of those workshops is worth $50,000 to $100,000 to Bestseller Publishing, and I do it every single month. Sometimes my Thursday is noon to 3 is my joint venture workshop, and then later, because I love Thursday workshops, then later at 5 to 7 is my once a month publish, promote, profit workshop. That's a long day, right? But I'm not tarring roofs. I'm not digging ditches. I'm not baling hay like I did when I was a kid, right? I'm talking. So, you can do that too. Number 11, monthly publish, promote, profit workshop. We do it every single month, and it's generated millions of dollars in revenue and new clients into Bestseller Publishing. It works because live events are great to educate, to nurture people, and they convert at a good high rate because you're really connecting with people. I answer every question, or at least every question that I see. Okay, that's 10 and 11 weekly and monthly live webinars and workshops. Number 12, I also do ads every single day to low ticket offers. Now, these are considered low ticket offers as well, but I separate them as book funnels. But I have a number of courses that I also offer very, very inexpensively. They're worth far more than I'm selling them for. I sell them for $4.95. Why do I do that? Because there's a huge, huge difference between someone that gives you $4.95 and someone that gives you an email address. So even though I'm only selling it for $4.95, like our Launch Your Bestseller course, that mini course we sell for $4.95. Then there's a number of upsells, etc., that ultimately lead to a coaching call. But every single day we have buyers that are coming through. And some of those buyers end up being people that say, you know what, I bought the course, but I'm not interested in doing this. I'd really rather have an expert do it. And they book a coaching call and they become clients and we do their book launch for them. So I offer a number of low ticket courses with paid advertising because I know a portion of them are going to become clients, they're going to take the next step with us. I have another one that we're going to be launching soon, which is basically a PR program. It's going to be a low ticket offer, and we're always working on new ones. So I would say 13, 12 is launch your bestseller. 13 is I'm always thinking about a new one that we can create, something new, something different. And the next one that we're doing is going to be on PR, how to book yourself on TV in the next 30 days. It'll be something like that. It'll be a mini course, and it'll give those people an opportunity. And what are we really trying to do? Sell a $5 course? Of course not. What we're really trying to do is find someone that says, hey, I went through your course, really good stuff. I see all your examples, but I don't want to do any of this stuff. How much is it for you to do it for me? And then we'll put together a package, and some of these people will take us up on that package and some won't. That's fine, totally fine. What we're trying to do though is we're trying to get people that are interested to raise their hands, invest a little bit, and then we can follow up and see if they want us to actually do the services for them. That's 13. Number 14, and lastly, is everything that I have described to you does not include or count the fact that we get referrals on a weekly basis from our past clients. We have over 2,000 past clients that we have written their books, published their books, launched their books to bestseller, and we try to ask them for referrals. We do our best to over-deliver on the things that they've paid us to do, because we want to build a long-standing relationship where we're doing book 2 for them, book 3 for them, book 4 for them, and they're sending us their friends, their family, their coworkers, etc. That also does not include any time somebody reaches out directly to us because of our search engine optimization. Yes, we post every podcast on our website. We post every new long-form blog article on our website. So there's a good bit of SEO and a good bit of organic visitors to our website that people are coming to us. Last week we had, I don't know, 3 or 4 call-ins of people that just found us online and said, hey, I'm interested in launching this book. I'm interested in doing this. And those calls go directly to our sales team to have a conversation. I saved this for last for one particular reason. I don't know about your particular business, but I can tell you most business people, that's all they do. All they do is wait for a referral. All they do is wait for the telephone to ring. And because they're waiting and leaving out all the other opportunities to actively do something, to make yourself known, to get your book in front of people, you miss on so many different opportunities. We could never run our company on just referrals, though I love referrals. I love when you refer someone to us. We take special care. We give them a special price. We want to do a great job for anybody that's referred to us, but we couldn't run our business strictly on people that are being referred to us. And I'm afraid to say that too many other business people really can't either, but that's all that they're doing. They're not active when it comes to actually making offers and getting their book, their courses, their programs, etc. out to the cold marketplace. Most businesses struggle not because their offer is bad. They don't even know if it's good or bad in some cases. Most businesses struggle because they're not making offers consistently enough. Everything that I shared with you, not one of these things is some campaign that's just going to last a week or a month. Every one of these things that I shared with you are things that we do every single week to reach out to an audience of people that doesn't know us, or to remind an audience of people that found us at one point and are now refinding us because they're in the market and this is the right time. So let me give you some action steps. Identify where your audience is. Think about where they are. Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Facebook? I think so. I would bet that they are. Are they on Instagram? Maybe you're more comfortable writing than you are doing video. Great. I love writing. That's why I picked LinkedIn and X primarily, because that's primarily the way that I want to reach out to people. But I do shoot video as well, like I'm doing for you. Why not use some of this content organically also? If you do any of that, then find a way to use it. Number 2, create multiple ways to make offers, not just one way. Everything that I shared with you is an offer in some way. Some are direct offers, right? Like, hey, get publish, promote, profit for $7.95. That's a super direct offer, very clear. Others are indirect. Hey, we helped, like the newest article that's going out is basically a case study of a client. We helped Craig do A, B, C, D. Here's how you can do A, B, C, D. And and see the same kind of success. If you're interested to learn more, click here, right? It's not a direct offer, but it's still an offer. It's putting our information out in front of the marketplace. And then number three, and lastly, as far as your action plan, show up every single day. Show up every single day with value and find a way to make more offers into the marketplace. When you do, you will help more people. And when you help more people, you can only make more money as well. Those things go hand in hand.